Apple's first ever iPhone Air made its debut in fall 2025 alongside the iPhone 17 lineup, marking a new chapter for the brand's design language. But even though it is barely out of the box, the hype over its follow-up, anticipated to be called the iPhone Air 2, is already heating up. While Apple hasn't confirmed the name just yet, one thing is pretty well certain. This will be the second generation of Apple's slimmest iPhone to date, projected to measure around 5.6mm thick, or potentially even less. The iPhone Air 2 is speculated to arrive alongside the iPhone 18 lineup, which might include devices like the iPhone 1 at this moment. Leaks are still few, but don't expect any huge visual shakeups. The iPhone Air 2 will presumably preserve the same ultra-thin design, while improving the internals. Anticipate a more powerful next-gen chipset and a few modest improvements to boost performance and economy. It's still early days, but we already have a few good predictions about what Apple might be preparing for this model. As fresh info appears, we'll be keeping a close eye on every rumor and update concerning the iPhone Air 2 2026, so stay tuned if you want to follow everything Apple's cooking up next. The 8 Pro, iPhone 18 Pro Max, and Apple's first foldable iPhone. The iPhone Air 2 is slated to land in September 2026. The specific day isn't known yet, but Apple likes to stick to a very regular release schedule, so September is the safe guess. The first iPhone Air arrived in September 2025, and practically every iPhone series before that likewise dropped in the fall, so there's no reason to expect Apple will switch things up next year. The one thing that could alter is how many models arrive in the fall. Some rumors say the ordinary iPhone 18 would arrive alongside the iPhone 18e in 2027, instead of with the rest of the series in fall 2026. Of course, we'll have to wait and see whether that actually happens. We're still months away from the official announcement. It's way too early to know the price for the iPhone Air 2, which is still a year out. That said, the first iPhone Air is already costly, so I wouldn't anticipate Apple to boost it considerably more. Of course, with possible increased tariffs in play, nothing is guaranteed. Even though we are still months away from the next iPhone Air, camera speculations are already circulating around, and they don't quite agree. One leak claims Apple might add a second back camera. If it is true, it would be a major step forward from the current Air, which just sports a single 48 megapixels snapper. The speculation indicates Apple could pair the main sensor with an ultra-wide lens, perhaps another 48 megapixels, putting the Air on the same level as the current iPhone 17, which already wears two 48 megapixels cameras. On the flip side, another claim insists nothing will change, and Apple will continue with the current system. Right now, the iPhone Air's 48 megapixels fusion camera has 4 focal lengths, including 28mm and 35mm options, plus a 2x telephoto lens with an upgraded photonic engine. It shoots solid images, but the lack of a full telephoto lens is evident. With the iPhone 17 series and the first iPhone Air, Apple finally removed the 128GB basic option, and don't expect it to return. The next-gen iPhone Air 2 will likely keep to the same storage tiers as the present model, with 3 possibilities and the top tier reaching 1 TB. 1. iPhone Air 2 design. The iPhone Air 2 will presumably look a lot like the current model, and it will still be Apple's tiniest iPhone. That's the whole purpose. The current Air is just 5.6mm thin, and the next one might be around the same or even smaller if Apple finds a way to shave it down a bit more. Expect the next Air to retain using titanium for a blend of strength and lightweight, just like the current model, along with ceramic shield protection on both front and back. An IP68 rating is also a guarantee. Every new flagship needs good dust and water protection, so the next Air should have at least that. You can also count on the reintroduction of the Action button for customized shortcuts and the dedicated Camera Control button for easy access to camera capabilities and visual intelligence features. 2. Color options, still a mystery. There aren't any rumors yet about the iPhone Air 2 display, much like most other specs. But based on the present model, you can definitely expect a 6.5-inch screen with up to 3000 nits peak brightness. And since Apple has dropped the previous 60Hz refresh rate, the next Air will very probably come with ProMotion, a 120Hz dynamic refresh rate for smooth scrolling and images. 3. iPhone Air 2 battery. Battery life is usually a tough balance with ultra-tiny phones, and so far there aren't any leaks concerning the iPhone Air 2. However, Apple doesn't seem ready to employ silicon-carbon batteries yet, so don't expect a significantly bigger battery than the present model. Right now, the iPhone Air has a 3,149 mAh battery, which is decent for daily use. Apple brought back the MagSafe battery and made it exclusive to the Air, and odds are, the next generation will follow the same way. The current Air scores roughly 6 hours 41 minutes in battery testing, ranking number 79 over the past 2 years. That's barely shy of the class average of 7 hours 9 minutes, and it even tops the S25 Edge, despite the latter having a significantly greater battery. Charging will certainly stay with MagSafe support, along with wired speeds that aren't exactly blazing fast, but enough to keep you going. 3. iPhone Air 2 characteristics and software. By the time the iPhone Air 2 arrives, iOS 27 should be released, so anticipate the new Air to come with the current software preloaded. Apple normally maintains its devices updated for years, so 6 or more years of software and security upgrades is a safe bet. Apple Intelligence will surely be on board, meaning all the AI capabilities on the current Air will carry over and perhaps a few new tricks too. Hopefully by next year, Apple will finally push out the updated Siri, and the Air 2 will support it as well. The iPhone Air 2 will most likely come with Apple's next-gen chipset, the A20. Since the current Air uses the Pro processor, the new one will probably likely get the A20 Pro, exactly like the iPhone 18 Pro and 18 Pro Max. And this may be a major problem. While the A19 in the iPhone 17 series is based on a 3M technology, the A20 is speculated to go to 2 nanometer. That might mean approximately 15% higher performance while consuming 30% less power, easily one of Apple's boldest chip upgrades yet. On top of that, Apple is apparently working on the C2 modem, the follow-up to the C1 from the iPhone 16e. This next-gen 5G processor could arrive with the iPhone 18 series in 2026 and wants to totally cut ties with Qualcomm. Expect enhanced millimeter wave support, faster carrier aggregation, and improved power efficiency. Should I wait for iPhone Air 2? You should wait for the iPhone Air 2 if you're not in a rush. The phone is still a ways off, and if you want the very small iPhone, but prefer the second-gen model, which usually fixes early bugs and feels more refined, the Air 2 could be worth holding out for. 2. You should not wait for the iPhone Air 2 if you want a new iPhone right now. The current generation just dropped, so if you're not up for waiting until next year, grabbing it now makes more sense. Plus, if ultra-small phones aren't really your style, you could be better with the normal iPhone 17 or one of the Pro variants. iOS 27. All the rumors about Apple's next big iPhone software update. It's just been 2 months since iOS 26 arrived, but rumors don't take breaks. We're already hearing specifics of the next generation iOS 27 version, which Apple will reveal in June 2026 before delivering it in September 2026. We already heard that iOS 26.4, scheduled to come this coming spring, will finally release the enhanced Siri we've been waiting for in the past year or so. And it will all happen with Google's covered, behind-the-scenes support, reportedly. The same source, the normally very credible when it comes to Apple-related stuff, Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg, is also saying that iOS 27 would come with some major updates to the entire Apple Intelligence suite, as well as Apple's broader AI strategy. Those are really bold statements, but unfortunately Gurman hasn't given anything more specific so far. iOS 27 and iPadOS 27 will be officially presented in June during Apple's annual Worldwide Developers Conference, and should both become available next September alongside the iPhone 18 family. We don't know what these huge improvements will be, but Apple's AI play has so far been relatively weak, especially compared to Google's. So it absolutely has to finally take a proper seat on the AI hype train, and maybe 2026 is the year in which that will happen, with iOS 26.4 and the updated Siri, and then iOS 27 and these unspecified upgrades. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.